Good evening. So today I'll be going through a basic application of the GSM and GPRS module provided by the Waspmote. Just a few notes before I begin. I'm not using the typical API provided by Libilium. Instead, I've just set my XB modules to work on API mode 0, which is transparent mode. In that mode, anything you push out on the UART will be sent out by the radio. Another point is I'm not using the default baud rate set by the original IDE, which I think operates at 38,400 bits per second. Instead, I'm using 9,600 bits per second. Yeah, so these are the few things you need to watch out for. So if you need to configure your XB modules using XCTU, make sure you also change the baud rate of it. So just to begin the actual application, the coding layout is very simple. You have a setup and then you have a loop. In the setup, you initiate all your modules. Basically, since I'm not using the API, I'll have to initiate the UART using non-API commands. So the first command pretty much tells the UART that I'm going to be working on UART 0 at 9,600 bits per second. Put a small delay there just to make sure everything is working fine. The second part, I would set the module on, so I would set the XB Series 1 or Series 2, whichever one you're using, to give it power. Also, I would put a small delay there. Now the third part is I would turn the GPRS module, and here I use the longer delay. Usually helps in connecting the network to the network much quicker. Right, the while loop here, this is a blocking function, so while this is not true, it will keep on trying. And this function here, what it does is it tries to connect with your mobile operator. So if you have to make sure that you're around a well-covered area, and the signal that you're getting on your mobile phone should be at least 3 bars, I would say. So once this function is satisfied, the actual GPRS module will set all the parameters on, so the SMS and the incoming call and incoming SMS. Finally, I would set before I begin my actual program, I need to put my GPRS module into sleep mode, just so the power of my battery can be extended to much longer periods. So basically, that's all I have in the setup. In my loop, what I have is the timer. Okay, so it takes the time of the clock right now, and I have a while loop, okay, which compares the time now and the time when it was initiated. If it's less than 10 seconds, it will pretty much read what's in the UART. If there's nothing in the UART and you're still inside that while loop, all it does is it will blink the LEDs. So suppose that I did send something on the UART and I'm inside the while loop. The if statement here, if XB is available, is satisfied. Therefore, we will enter the if loop, the if statement. Over here, I would assign just dynamic memory for an array, so I can save my data. Okay, and this while loop there is what's responsible for actually reading the UART and saving it in the input string array. Okay, so once the buffer size is bigger than 0, it will keep looping and saving so one byte per element in the array. Once the buffer is empty, the while loop is no longer valid, so it will start comparing the string. So what I defined the original message to be is alarm. So if the message I receive on my UART is alarm, this if statement here will be satisfied. Therefore, it will enter and it will just turn on the LED. You have to make sure that you turn on whenever you want to reuse the GPRS from sleep mode. You must set it back to on. So that's what I did here. After that, if what I want my original program to do is that if it gets the message alarm, I want it to send an SMS to my mobile phone number to say that there is a fire danger. So once that's finished, it will again put the GPRS modules into sleep mode, turn off the LED, and free the pointers which I set. Yeah. Okay, so it's very important that whenever you call a pointer, to free it once you're not using it, so it doesn't cause you problems later on. That's pretty much it. That's what my program does. So it's easy enough. I hope you find this useful. Thank you.